live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Very good evening to you and a warm welcome to the news live from the National News Studios. I'm Sharifa Tahir and with me tonight is Dishan Virakon. And for starters, we take a look at the top stories tonight.
Ulterior motives of the Easter attack revealed. MP Shanta Bandara assumed duties in the state ministerial portfolio. President directs attention over the implementation of the proposals presented by Mahasangha of Trisex to resolve the present crisis. Protests in support and against the government also held today. 4 concealed fuel bowsers discovered from Pamanugama. People are ready to welcome the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Nepal is facing a severe economic crisis.
Starting off with the top story for tonight, Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, retired General Kamal Gunratne, says the ulterior motives, masterminds and those who steered the Easter Sunday terrorist attacks have been revealed. And the Secretary also refuted the alleged claims of the formation of the present government using the Easter attacks. It was revealed at the media briefing today that 735 local and foreign suspects have been taken into custody over the attack. General Kamal Gunratne said that they possess the video footage of the statement made by Zaharan Hashim before the attack, which provides the answers to all the questions over the motives, masterminds and other entities involved in this heinous act.
இன்ஷா எங்களது இரத்த துளிகள், எங்களது சிதறிய மண்டை ஓடுகளால், எங்களது சதைப்பிண்டங்களால் இங்கு ஒரு விலாயத் கட்டப்படும். கலீஃபா அபூபக்கர் அல் பக்தாதி ஹஃபிதுல்லாஹுடைய தேசத்திற்கு பையத் செய்கின்ற மக்கள் கூட்டம் கூட்டமாக உருவாகுவார்கள். இன்ஷா அல்லாஹ் எங்களது முயற்சி வீணாகாது. அல்லாவிற்காகவே நாங்கள் செல்கிறோம், அல்லாஹ்வுடைய தீனுக்காக செல்கிறோம். எங்களது இந்த தாக்குதலில் கிறிஸ்தவ தேவாலயங்கள் இருக்கிறது. எதற்காக கிறிஸ்தவ தேவாலயங்களை தெரிவு செய்தும் தெரியுமா? நியூசிலாந்தில் எங்களது மக்கள் தொழுது கொண்டிருக்கின்ற அல்லாஹ்வை வணங்குவதற்காக சென்ற அந்த மக்களை வகை தொகையின்றி கொன்றொழித்தீர்கள். அதற்கு பழிக்கு பழியாக அல்லாஹ்வுடைய ஆலயத்தில் கை வைத்த உங்களுக்கு பாடம் புகட்டுவதற்காக கிறிஸ்தவ தேவாலயங்களை வெடிக்க வைக்க வருகிறோம். இன்ஷா அல்லாஹ் எங்களது முயற்சி வீணாகாது. அல்லாஹ்விற்காகவே நாங்கள் செல்கிறோம், அல்லாஹ்வுடைய தீனுக்காக செல்கிறோம். காஃபிர்களே, உங்களை நோக்கி வெடிக்க வைக்க நாங்கள் கொண்டு வருகின்ற மருந்து இருக்கிறதே, அது எங்கள் கரத்தால் செய்ததுதான். ஒரு காபிருடைய பணம் அதில் இல்லை, ஹராமான காசு அதில் இல்லை. சிலாஹ் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய இந்த ஆயுதத்தை சுமந்ததன் மூலம்தான் நாங்கள் உயர்வை அடைந்தோம். இன்றைய தினம் அல்லாஹ்விற்காக அவனுடைய பாதையில் உயிரை கொடுக்கின்ற ஒரு உன்னதமான இபாதத்திற்காக நாங்கள் எல்லாம் ஒன்று திரண்டிருக்கிறோம். வீர மரண தாக்குதல், தற்கொலை தாக்குதல்.
He said that there are alleged claims that this conspiracy took place to bring the president to the power. He inquired whether such terrorists would suicide to bring a Sinhala Buddhist into power. Therefore, he said that the Easter Sunday attack took place as a result of a series of incidents. Remarks were also shared over the progress achieved on the investigations conducted on the Easter Sunday attack. General Kamal Gunratne said that over 170 suspects have been taken into custody since the formation of this government. He added that by 21 October, total suspects imprisoned are at 231 in relation to the Easter Sunday attack and affiliated activities. Accordingly, officers are in the process of filing 27 court cases under 25,753 charges. Now the government decides to suspend the foreign debt payments temporarily.
In the meantime, Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghal, made these remarks while addressing a media briefing held at the Ministry of Finance today. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe said that a difficult situation may occur if they opt to use a part of the existing foreign reserves to pay off the debt and another part of the limit the shortage of essential commodities. Therefore, he said that the most suitable decision, as recommended by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank, is to suspend the foreign debt payments temporarily. He further said that under such hard default circumstances, they could restructure the debt payments following negotiations with the relevant bodies. Accordingly, he said that the remaining foreign exchange can be utilized to reduce or eradicate any shortages prevailing locally. Therefore, he said that in his belief, the economy can be stabilized or normalized using this assistance. The central bank governor said that he believes the foreign exchange in Sri Lanka can be stabilized to a certain extent. Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe requested those who are with the foreign exchange requirements to use legal banking systems without resorting to black market. He said that under the new economic climate, the foreign exchange amounts within the banking system have to be increased accordingly. He said that 50% of the earnings of the exporters and remittances of foreign workers had to be kept with the central bank, with converting dollars into rupees. However, he said that this rate has been reduced to 25% from today onwards. The central bank governor insisted to use these funds for essential requirements, including the education of children, which could prevent the black market approach. He also requested the banking sector to increase the local interest rates as increased by the central bank and maintain foreign exchange levels. He said that such moves would stabilize the system and reduce the inflation rates. The central bank governor requested all commercial banks in the country to provide the increased interest rate facility for the depositors at the earliest. In the meantime, the police have been able to recover 4 fuel bowsers hidden in Pamunagama area.
Now, the bowsers were recovered when they were hidden away in a yard in the Bopitia area in Pamunagama. Accordingly, these 4 bowsers were concealed at a yard in the Bopitia area belonging to an owner of fuel stations in the Alakanda, Wattala and Nigambo areas. The raid was conducted based on a tip-off received by the Pamunagama Police OIC. It has been identified that the bowsers had various types of fuel including diesel, petrol and kerosene. Relevant investigations are underway over the incident by the officers of the Petroleum Corporation. Senior manager in charge of Central Sabargama Province for Litro Gas Company Saranga Vijayasinghe said that steps have been taken to temporarily suspend the permit of a sales representative for trading domestic Litro gas cylinders at higher rates. The Public Utilities Commission has said that no power interruptions will be carried out from tomorrow until coming Friday. The Commission has said that the decision was reached considering the Sinhala and Tamil New Year and the Good Friday religious event. However, the Commission has said that a power interruption of 2 hours and 15 minutes between 8 am and 5 pm will take place on the 16th and the 17th. The Commission has further said that the power interruption period will be limited in the future with the acquisition of fuel and water required for power generation.
Sri Lanka Freedom Party MP Shantha Bandara was sworn in as a state minister. He was sworn in before President Gotabaya Rajapaksa yesterday. MP Shantha Bandara sworn in as the State Minister of Promoting Production and Regulating the Supply of Organic Fertilizer and Paddy and Grains, Organic Foods, Vegetables, Fruits, Chilies, Onions and Potato Cultivation Promotion, Seed Production and Advanced Technology Agriculture. Secretary to the President Gamini Senarath was also present. Meanwhile, the President has declined to accept the resignation letter of Foreign Employment Promotion and Market Diversification State Minister Priyanka Jayaratne. Accordingly, State Minister Jayaratne will continue to function as the State Minister. State Minister Shantha Bandara says the decision to accept the state ministerial portfolio was reached based on the responsibility vested with the public representatives to ensure political stability within the country.
Now, the minister made these remarks after assuming duties at the State Ministry of Agriculture this morning. Now, State Minister Shantha Bandara said that the President requested any party to take the responsibility of the government, yet none of the political leaders in the parliament refrained from taking up this responsibility. He further said that the independent group and the Sri Lanka Freedom Party made an effort to establish an interim government, but those efforts were not successful. Therefore, he said that as a citizen of the country and as a public representative, he made a conscious decision to stand on the side to stabilize the country.
Moving on to more stories, General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, Dasiri Jayasekara, says that a decision was reached to remove MP Shantha Bandara from all positions he held in the party.
Now, he made these remarks to media following a Colombo district representatives meeting held this morning. Parliamentarian Dayasiri Jayasekara said that in accordance to the powers vested with former President Maithripala Sirisena as the chairman of the party, measures were taken to remove MP Shantha Bandara from all the positions he held in the party. Also, he said that a disciplinary action will be taken against the parliamentarian over this issue and necessary measures in this regard have already been taken. Now, the Secretary to the President has written to the Mahasangha of the Tri-Sect that the President has directed his attention for the implementation of the constructive proposals presented to by the Mahasangha to resolve the prevailing crisis in the country.
Reports have indicated that this written notice was presented during a discussion held in Kandy yesterday under the patronage of Chief Prelates of the Tri-Sects. The discussion over the present situation in the country was held at the Malwata Mahaviharaya. Chief Prelate of the Malwata chapter, Most Venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera, Chief Prelate of Askariya chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Jnanaratna Thera, Chief Prelate of the Amarapura sect, Most Venerable Dodam Pahala Chandrasiri Thera, and Chief Prelate of Sri Lanka Ramanya sect, Most Venerable Mukulave Vimala Thera were present at this discussion. A decision was reached during the meeting to hold discussions with the government and the President as well as with the other political parties of the prevailing crisis in the country.
Now, today is the fourth day of the protest organized in the Galle Face Green. Now, various groups and entities have taken part in the ongoing protest even today. The protest was commenced on last Saturday. A group of people are engaging in a protest in front of the Presidential Secretariat. Another group of people have joined the protest from the Galle Road side. A protest organized by the National People's Power was held in the Kurunegala town yesterday. The protest was organized by former parliamentarian of the National People's Power, Namal Karunaratne. The objective of the project is to oppose the rising cost of living and various other issues. A protest was organized in the Kurunegala yesterday in support of the President and the government. Mayor of Kurunegala, Tushara Sanjeeva, was present at this occasion. Another protest in support of the President and the government was held in Rambukana town today. Furthermore, a protest was organized in Gandhara town in support of the President and the government today.
also of the Sinhala Mandate under the guise of a forced struggle themed, a peaceful protest march was held this morning. The protest march was commenced from the Nelum Pokuna Theatre and concluded at the Vihara Mahadevi Park. Mahasangha and civil society activists were present at this protest march. They engaged in religious observances at the Vihara Mahadevi premises. Moving on to more news updates, Ministry of Cultural and Religious Affairs presents the auspicious times for the traditions and customs related to this year's Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Bathing for the previous year is scheduled for tomorrow. Accordingly, the Nakat Sea Tour has cited that the ritual should be carried out by bathing using extracts of kohamba leaves. The Punya Kalya will prevail from 2:17 am on the 14th of April to 3:05 pm on the same day. The people are encouraged to prepare for the new year by setting aside all work while prioritizing religious observances. The new year dawns at 8:41 am on Thursday, the 14th of April. The auspicious time of the preparation of meals is at 9:05 am on the 14th of April. It is appropriate to prepare milk rice and sweetmeat mixed with undu by setting up a hearth facing eastern direction dressed in golden colored clothes. The auspicious time to engage in work, transaction and partaking of meals is at 10:17 am clad in gold and facing east. The ritual of anointing of oil should be carried out using nanu and oil mixed with imbul leaves extract, and also by placing imbul leaves on the head and nuga leaves on the feet at the auspicious time of 7:04 am on the 17th of April while facing south and dressed in red and yellow mixed copper-colored clothes. The auspicious time for the ritual to leave for work is at 6:51 am on Monday, the 18th of April, dressed in white clothing after consuming a meal prepared with milk rice and sweetmeats while facing south. The ritual to observe the new moon falls on the 5th of May.
Now, only 2 days are left for the dawn of the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Accordingly, people are still arriving into towns scattered across the country to purchase various commodities, including essential items for the upcoming New Year. The number of people arriving for shopping in urbanized areas in all districts has gradually increased. Many towns in Colombo district, including Maharagama, Nugegoda, Pilyandala and Borella, have also become quite busy with the sheer number of shoppers arriving into these areas. Long queues can also be observed in front of shops and other trading stalls. With the dawn of the new year, people in Gaul district are also engaging in shopping activities to purchase various commodities in the festive season, including essential items. People in the Polonnaru district are also preparing for the new year. It can be observed that shops and trading centers in Polonnaru area are filled with people shopping for the festivities. People in Puttalam district towns have also become quite busy with shoppers following the dawn of the new year season. Distribution of essential commodities at concessionary rates through Satosa for the Sinhala Tamil New Year is currently underway. Long queues can be observed in front of many Satosa outlets in the country. Consumers in the Ratnapura Madampe area also waited in long queues to purchase commodities from their Satosa outlet. The distribution of essential commodities at concessionary rates is currently underway at the Kappetipula Satosa outlet for the residents in the area. With the New Year season, the number of traders arriving at the Kappetipula Special Economic Centre has increased. However, reports have indicated that the vegetable prices have also slightly increased with the demand.
We'll be back with more local news updates after a break.
Creama Kottumi, hot and spicy Nava Vasarak Veva.
இந்த வருஷம் கொண்டாட்டம் போல.
சுபமான வைப்புனால தான் இனி மகனுக்கும் கொண்டாட்டம் போல.
ஆமாம்மா, மக்கள் வங்கியின் சுபமான வைப்புனாலதான்.
நீங்களும் புதுவருட காலத்தில் மக்கள் வங்கியுடன் சுபமான வைப்புகளை மேற்கொண்டு பெறுவது வைக்க நொரிட்டாகிய வர்த்தக நாமத்துடன் மக்ஸ் பிளேட்ஸ் ரைஸ் போல்ஸ் போன்ற பரிசுகளை பெற்றுக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் சுபமான வைப்புகளாக அமையட்டும்.
Prima Kottumi, hot and spicy Navavasarak Veva.
Welcome back, and we continue with more local news updates. Programs in line with the Sundara Nuarelia Salahihini Vasanthaya are currently underway in several sites in the festival region.
And the national television is the media sponsor for the festival.
Sundara Nuarelia Salahihini Vasanthaya 2022.
The Nuarelia Municipal Council and other state institutions have taken steps to provide all facilities for the people arriving to Nuarelia to celebrate the Sinhala and the Tamil New Year season. Accordingly, all necessary requirements such as transport, health and other facilities have been provided for the people to experience the enchanting beauty of Nuarelia Salahihini Vasanthaya.
In the meantime, the Met Department says the rainy condition will continue to prevail due to the low-level atmospheric disturbance in the vicinity of the country.
Accordingly, showers or thunder showers will occur in many parts of the country today.
Several spells of heavy rain above 100 millimeters will occur in various parts of western, Sabaragamu, central, northwestern, northern, north central and Uva provinces, as well as in Gaul and Mathura districts. Showers or thunder showers above 75 millimeters will occur in other areas as per the Met Department. Winds will be southwesterly and wind speed can increase up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour at times in the sea areas of the coast extending from Gaul to Pottuvel via Mathura and Hambantota. The Met Department requests the public to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by lightning and temporary localized strong winds.
Now, Chief Sanganayaka of the Colombo Navakorele and Chief Secretary to all Ceylon Buddhist Congress, Venerable Divyagaha Yasassi Thera, says that instilling hate speech over religious sites in a society cannot be accepted at any cost.
The Thera made these remarks in response to a statement made by Upur Shanta Sannaskala recently.
Upul Shanta Sannaskala, addressing a crowd, said that any religion should be taken out of the governing process. He added that the combination of both state and religion is the cause for the recent socio-economic decline. He said that all religious institutions in the country are richer than the people. He then said that all the resources in these institutions should be confiscated. In response, Chief Sanganayaka of Colombo Navakorele, Venerable Divyaga Yasassi Thera, said that all should bear in mind to express themselves in a democratic manner while preventing from making statements which could lead to disastrous outcomes.
Parliamentarian of Janata Vimukti Peramuna, Vijita Herath, says that the people require an opposition leader who has identified the true needs of the people. He made these remarks while speaking at a media briefing held in Colombo today.
Parliamentarian Vijita Herath said that the people in the country have an understanding and an assessment over the role of the opposition leader. He added that the opposition leader is someone who has identified the true needs of the people and take necessary measures to fulfill them. He further added that the people will decide whether they require a parliamentary opposition leader or a people-friendly opposition leader. Well, that's it for local news. Stay tuned for news overseas.
Prima Kottumi, hot and spicy Navavasarak Veva.
நீங்களும் புதுவருட காலத்தில் மக்கள் வங்கியுடன் சுபமான வைப்புகளை மேற்கொண்டு பெறுவது வைக்க நொரிட்டாகிய வர்த்தக நாமத்துடன் மக்ஸ் பிளேட்ஸ் ரைஸ் போல்ஸ் போன்ற பரிசுகளை பெற்றுக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் சுபமான வைப்புகளாக அமையட்டும்.
Welcome back, and now taking a look at your international stories for tonight. Nepal has restricted imports of non-essential goods including cars, cosmetics and gold after its foreign currency reserves dropped.
It comes as a fall in tourism spending and money sent home by Nepalis working abroad helped drive up government debt. Meanwhile, the governor of the country's central bank was removed from the role last week. According to the country's central bank, Nepal Rashtra Bank, foreign currency reserves fell by more than 16% in the 7 months to the middle of February. Over the same period, the amount of money sent to Nepal by people working abroad fell by almost 5%. Government debt in Nepal has risen to more than 43% of its gross domestic product as officials increase spending to help cushion the economic impact of pandemic, Nepal's finance ministry said yesterday. The Nepali central bank said that the restrictions on imports is not a complete ban, but an effort taken to discourage imports to the country. Earlier in the day, Finance Minister Janardhan Sharma said Nepal's debt was lower than other countries in the region and elsewhere. The Nepali Finance Ministry said indicators of the country's economic health were normal. However, due to some pressures in the external sector, some steps have already been taken to manage imports and increase foreign exchange reserve, it said in a statement. In the meantime, the Russian Defense Ministry says its missiles had destroyed ammunition depots in Khmelnytsky in Kiev regions.
The ministry said Russian forces had struck an ammunition depot and hangar at an airbase in the Khmelnytsky region as well as an ammunition depot near the capital, Kyiv. The Ukraine armed forces have indicated that since the start of the invasion, Russia has lost 19,500 personnel, 732 tanks and 157 aircrafts. The Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister announced that 9 humanitarian corridors have been agreed to evacuate citizens out of unsafe areas. People will be able to evacuate from the heavily affected cities including Mariupol. Russian forces continue to withdraw from Belarus to redeploy in support of operations in eastern Ukraine as per the latest intelligence briefing from the UK Ministry of Defence.
Prima Kottumi, hot and spicy, Nava Vasarak Veva.
In the meantime, from the world of sports, we take a look at cricket this time. Sunrisers Hyderabad clinched victory against Gujarat Titans in the Indian Premier League, which was played yesterday in Mumbai.
Batting first, Gujarat Titans was able to score 162 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Captain Hardik Pandya scored 50 runs while Abhidham Manohar scored 35. Sunrisers Bhuvneshwar Kumar and T. Natarajan picked up 2 wickets each. Sunrisers Hyderabad managed to chase the target of 168 runs in the 19th over while only losing 2 wickets. Captain Kane Williamson scored 57 runs while Abhishek Sharma scored 42. Take care, stay safe and good night.
Good night.